What's going on, y'all? This is Dana Pook Jr., Master Executive 8. And today we're going to finish off talking about how to quit porn with the action steps that we're continuing from the last video in this series. So, like I said, we was talking about action steps. So this next step is changing your host files. So a host file is a file that almost all computers and operating systems can use to map a connection between an IP address and a domain name. Basically, it simply means that you're communicating to your computer or device that your favorite website is on your hard drive. So basically, when you try to go to your favorite site, you'll be met with a message saying that the server is not found. Sorry, y'all, that's not really a good way of explaining it. But basically, by you changing the host file, you'll when you try to go to the site, it'll say server not found. This is because the site doesn't actually live on your hard drive. This is the case for any internet browser that you may be using, so you don't have to worry about having access if you go to a different browser. This method can help deter you when you go to certain sites out of habit. And what I did was I put in a document how you can do that, so I'll put that in the description box. Alright, the next thing you can do is you could put limits on your router. So you could put a limit on your router that will act like a filter for every device that is connected to the Wi-Fi. So a limit is easy to install, and they have paid options as well as free options. All right. So the next thing is OpenDNS. OpenDNS is something else that you can install on your router, and it will act as a filter. So if you try to visit a site, it's going to say domain is blocked. And from what I hear, the only DNS has a flaw, like with Google Chrome. So I would suggest using this combined with other blocking services. Then you have something called NetNanny. NetNanny is a paid filtering service, and from what I hear, it's very difficult to install than the other ones, but it works not only on your computer but on your wireless devices as well. The next app is called Self Control. This one is specifically for Mac. It's an open source app that allows you to have certain sites blocked either temporarily or permanently. And then the beauty of this one is, like, even if you you still trying to get in and you restart your computer, as long as that timer is set, then it's going to stay on. You know what I mean? So you won't be able to restart your computer and then get back into it. Cold Turkey is another one. It's similar to Self Control. It's similar to Self Control, except it's for Windows. So this app can help block sites as well, as it can also block sites that are just, you just spend too much time on. So that we were just talking about were laptops. So now you have your mobile devices. So you can set the parental controls on your mobile device to block out sites that don't serve your best interest. And for extra security, you can have a friend change your password to something you don't know. Another thing you can do is you can get you an accountability partner. This is something that's common in the community, and of most of the people that kick this habit. So there's a dose of healthy shame added here that will help you stay on track, because you don't want your accountability partner to find out that you slipped up. So that accountability partner can also provide support and encouragement, especially if you slip up. You know what I'm saying? So pick somebody who you're really connected to. This could be a close friend, a sibling, or a parent. Somebody who won't judge you. about what you're trying to do. You can create a you can excuse me, y'all. You can create a consistent check-in. Like you can consistently check in with this person, and you can update on them on your progress. You could keep this in mind that you're not the first person on this journey. So like, don't feel bad about any of this. You know what I'm saying? You're not the first person. So there's another thing that you can do if for whatever reason you don't have an accountability partner. There's software that you can use that can serve the same purpose. So a few examples is one called X3 Watch. That's X, like the letter X, the number 3 together, X and 3, and then the word watch, like how you would watch something or look at something, spelled WATCH. And it's a Christian-based company, and the software that helps it can help you change this habit. They have free and paid services. This app, excuse me, this app works on all of your devices. So with the free version, you get 2 accountability partners who get you weekly updates on sites you've visited that are questionable. And then you get the premium version that allows this to happen immediately. So like as soon as you try to visit that site, it'll send them a message immediately. The next one is Covenant Eyes. It's another Christian-based app with the same mission. The only difference is this one is just paid, and it has the same similar services to Covenant Eyes. The next thing you can use is forums. Forums, they provide a judgment-free zone for guys on the same mission as you. There's support as well, as they can assist you on your journey. So one of them is called NoFap, and it's a Reddit forum where they'll help you track progress and offer solutions. Another one they got is called Porn Free, and it's similar to NoFap, but it's on a focus is on actually just breaking the habit altogether, like with or without pornography. Another thing is Reboot Nation. So Reboot Nation was created by a guy who suffered from what's called PID or PED, and it's porn-induced erectile dysfunction. And he started a forum after he adopted new habits for himself and healed himself. So this one is full of resources, and it even includes like a journal inside of it, so you can keep track of your balance. Another one is Your Brain Rebalance. This is another forum where you can quit, and it also includes a journaling option. This journal includes categories, based on your age, so you can get a more relative view on people your age and their experience. So although these can be great, you eventually want to, if this is something that you're going to use, you eventually want to get away from these, because remember, the mindset that we're trying to drive in is that we're not the type of guy that does stuff like this. So if we're too much into this environment, then we're subconsciously telling ourselves like, yeah, I may not be the guy, but like, you have to look at what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you're always in there, like way too much to the point to where you never pull away, then you're identifying yourself as that type of guy, and that you may not be healing. You know what I mean? Because you stay there. You know what I mean? Unless it's some sort of way to where you're helping other guys. You know what I mean? I would say like providing support, because that changes the dynamic. You're not there getting support anymore. You're there providing support for others. You know what I mean? And I think another thing that may help is to maybe put a time limit on it, so that way, like, yeah, you give yourself a pulling away day or date or whatever. Experiment, see what works for you. But don't just make that like it and just stay there, because then you're subconsciously reminding yourself that that you have a problem, or that you're the type of guy that does that. So the next thing, if you want, is you can track progress. If you're trying to achieve a goal, the more often you monitor your progress, the greater the likelihood that you'll succeed. This is according to research published by the American Psychological Association. Your chances of success are even more likely if you report your progress publicly and physically record it. And there are two apps that I'm also going to put in the description box. One is an app for setting goals, and another one is a calendar. Or you can just use your Google Calendar, or you can download a goal app. And at some point, you'll want to start tracking as well. You'll want to stop tracking as well. You know what I mean? Because once again, you're reinforcing that you're this type of guy, because you're tracking how many days that you've been off. So you're still, even though you're tracking how many days you've been off, you're still identifying as that guy. You know what I'm saying? So like, excuse me, some of these action steps you can do for the rest of your life. Some of these action steps you only want to do for a limited period of time. All right. The last one, exercise control over your body. Point blank, period. You master your body, and you master your body by mastering your mind. You know what I'm saying? So with the overconsumption of porn, the dopamine sensitivity has dulled down. So there have been studies done on rats who, after intermittent fasting regimen, that their dopamine receptors were replenished. So any exercise of control over the body, including fasting, including fasting, will add to your willpower reserves. So those willpower reserves will serve you well when dealing with temptations. All right. So you can do intermittent fasting. You know what I'm saying? Just like the rats got the results from the intermittent fasting, you can get the same results, right? So for example, let's just say you eat your last meal tonight. You know what I mean? Around like 6 or 7, right? So boom, you go through the night. You wake up, you don't eat breakfast, you skip breakfast, and then you eat at lunchtime. You know what I'm saying? So and by doing that, that's going to help replenish some of those dopamine receptors. So the next thing is exercise, right? Exercise. So we all know about exercise and the great benefits from it. When you exercise, you provide a low dose or jolt to the brain's reward centers, the system of the brain that helps you anticipate pleasure, feel motivated, and maintain hope. So over time, regular exercise remodels the reward system, leading to higher circulating levels of dopamine and more available dopamine receptors. So whatever you do, make sure the exercise is strenuous. The intensity will determine the effect to strengthen the dopamine receptor. So a HIIT workout, or HIIT, high intensity interval training workout, lifting weights, CrossFit, something to that effect, something strenuous. That's the key. You know what I'm saying? So in addition to that, the restoration of receptors will have any pent up emotions of any kind. They'll come out at the gym. You know what I mean? Like when you sweat, those emotions will come out. So consequently, because they come out, you'll experience an easier time adopting better habits while your emotions that don't serve you are still at the gym. All right. So that is it. That's it. That's pretty much a complete guide on how to quit watching X-rated videos and and spilling your seed constantly. You know what I'm saying? So next, I think what we're going to go into is we're going to be talking about auric hygiene or spiritual hygiene. And I'm studying this topic now, just to get the science behind it. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later.